Hey my lovelies, I hope you are all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I just want to say October blessings to you lovely ones, and I'm just coming on to do this week's Facebook free card readings, the reveals. I just want to say before we look at the cards, so a huge apology to everybody that kind of was wanting to see me on Instagram the other day. Oh, it was a bit of a nightmare. So Instagram have changed some of their sort of settings and some of their format. And basically, because my account has to stay private, because when it was public, it was constantly getting cloned and people unfortunately were falling for the scams. The safest way to protect my clients was to just put it to private, but being on private means that you can no longer do Instagram lives. That must have been put in very recently because I did a live not that long ago. So since then there's been a change. So real apologies guys, but you know what? I think the key thing to do here is actually follow me on all the platforms, because then if I have to jump from one to another, you guys are not missing out. So like I had to obviously go to Facebook as backup, but had Facebook not have worked, I would have jumped onto my YouTube channel as a backup. So I think the key thing here is follow me on my official Facebook page, then you don't miss out. Follow me on my official Instagram page and follow me on my official YouTube channel, and then you're covered in terms of when I do a free live, because it's in your interest at the end of the day. You're the ones that benefit, not so much me, you know. But I think that's where we're at with that. Because I set up the sort of the scrying mirror the other day for my Facebook Live, I thought, why not keep it as it is the witchy season, full blown now. So yeah, let's do this. Let's have a look at the cards and see what the messages are for this week. So if you guys were drawn to card number 1, we're going into the energy of the Queen of Wands. And it just sort of, I'll see if I can pull that in a little bit close. Sorry, that looks a bit out of focus there. That's better. And it just sort of says here with Queen of Wands, replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. So Queen of Wands is really showing up. It's about really wanting to sort of seize the magic of life, the opportunity of whatever you're turning your attention to. So this is a really, really exciting time to just go after everything that resonates, everything that makes your life make sense. It's about you valuing yourself enough and not missing out because there could be those limiting thoughts and feelings and ideas. It's actually thinking, sod it, I'm going to have this experience, I'm going to go for this, and I'm not going to worry about the outcome or anything detrimental. So it's actually like really finding security in yourself. And I think once you find a deeper level of acceptance, a deeper level of security in you, the experiences that come in externally around you, they're going to be so much more. They're going to be so much more exciting and valuable and just important, because like I say, this is seizing life. So this is kind of taking a risk. It's doing the things that you wouldn't necessarily do. It's maybe having those date nights with people that you wouldn't usually go out with, or if there's a job opportunity that you've been questioning, should you go for it, just put your energy into it and actually be brave enough to sort of see the return of stuff coming back. So quite exciting if you've been drawn to this first card. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Now then, as we're moving into card number 2, we are going into the energy of the Page of Swords. Oops, I'll just bring that in a little bit close so you can hopefully see that one. And it just says here at the bottom, curiosity is a type of magic. Page of Swords comes in a lot when we're sort of blowing a little bit freely in the wind. We've got ideas, we've got things we would like to be doing, but nothing seems to be really sticking, nothing seems to be really vibing. And sometimes it's like we're holding our sword, we know we've got lots of opportunity, we know we've got lots of great things we should and could be part of, but it's almost like, where do I go? What do I do? Where do I put my investment of energy into? So some of you might be feeling like there's quite a lot of choices or decisions, like she's got this kind of little sort of bookshelf open with all the books. It's almost there's this like wondering of which thing do I do? And sometimes with Page of Swords, we have to be quite curious. We have to maybe try things, and it doesn't mean necessarily that they'll go into anything, but it's sometimes just having the experience to sort of reaffirm or decide, is this for me or is this not? So I've had it in the past, for instance, where people have learnt tarot and they've loved the day, they've been very good, they've been very powerful in what they've created, but they've also then maybe made that decision they don't want to pursue it professionally, or they don't really want to pursue it as maybe they thought they did before. So sometimes by doing something, it just reaffirms if that is for you or if it's not. So what I find quite interesting at the bottom of this card, when it says curiosity is a type of magic, a lot of us that are witches are sort of collective witches, or, you know, we sort of delve into many different offshoots of stuff, but we're not necessarily doing that whole practice all the time. So like for me, I do a lot of tarot magic, but I also do quite a lot of hoodoo magic. I absolutely don't think that I am a hoodoo master or anything like that. There are some witches that I know that are very, very, you know, educated in their field, but I'm more of a collective witch, so I take the pieces that resonate for me. And I think it's about just finding the vibe, the value of what's resonating in your heart now, and enjoying that, but not putting too much pressure upon yourself. So have the experiences, and if something sticks, if something works, if something comes good, amazing. If it doesn't really matter. You're on a bit of a quest of discovery perhaps at the moment. But I think the key thing is to not feel frustrated, because sometimes with this card we can feel a little bit like there's a pressure, and it isn't necessarily a real pressure, but we buy into a bit of a pressure because we feel like we're holding the energy of stuff, but it's all just loosely kind of being blown around and nothing feels like it's really sticking or holding. So yeah, maybe there's just a little bit of going deeper and seeing what really resonates in your heart at this stage of your life. I think that's all it is, really. So interesting if you've been drawn to that card. I keep seeing a piece of my hair which doesn't look right. I think it might just be the camera, but it's really annoying me. Not that I'm vain or anything, but like, it's a Capricorn thing. And finally, as we're going into card number 3, we're going into the energy of the 5 of Wands. Let's just see if I can bring that in a little bit closer so it focuses. Is it going to? Kind of. There we go. So 5 of Wands, and it just sort of says here, a good coven lets every witch have a say. So 5 of Wands can show if there's a little bit of a clash of energy, if there's a little bit of a divide, if there's a difference of opinion, and sometimes it can be quite a confrontational card. So sometimes there can be a little bit of sort of words that are exchanged and things getting a bit loud and a little bit aggressive. Sometimes this can represent internal conflict and internal struggle, or things we want to say within the group but maybe not always feeling like we have the voice to get the communications out. And I just really think with this 5 of Wands, communicate what needs to be said, have your say, but also value and also respect everybody else around you. I think that's really, really important as well. You don't have to agree with what's being said. You may really disagree with it. But we should all be adult enough where we can have differences of opinion, we can have different conversations without the conflict, without things having to be nasty or detrimental to people. So maybe some of you are in a little bit of that exchange of divide. Maybe you're really not vibing with some of the communications around you at the moment, and your voice matters just as much, but it is also really important to actually pull back a little bit and respect and let other people talk. So if some of you have been drawn to this card, maybe it could be one of two ways. Maybe you're talking too much and not actually letting other people get a bit of a word in, and don't take it into a space where it becomes detrimental for yourself or others. And you know, if you're the flip side, if you're needing to communicate but just feeling like the words are not coming out, give yourself permission. But I think with all of it, do it for the right reasons. Don't be a dick, don't be an arsehole, because 5 of Wands can get quite confrontational if we drop the ball. And the key thing is, don't drop the ball on yourself here. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense if you've been drawn to number 3. So I'm going to leave the energies with you. A couple of cheeky shouts just to let you know the big one. So, well, a couple of things actually. This Saturday I'm over in Heartsong Gems in Hungerford. I'm not sure if there are any spaces left or not, but obviously drop in with Evelyn and she can advise, she can let you know. And if there are not spaces for this time, she can book you in on the next one. And then Sunday, the big one, I keep on about it because it's happening, we're doing this, and I think people are not always knowing. So Witches Market, Westbury, it's happening, we're doing it this coming Sunday. So we are at the White Horse View, which is the new venue. Please don't come to Lee Park Community Centre because we've now changed the venue. Nothing wrong with Lee Park, beautiful space, we've just outgrown it. So this one is bigger and it's a bit better and it offers more. It's a much better car parking facility, huge car park. which was always one of the problems with the last venue. On-site restaurant, I've booked in for a cheeky roast dinner with my husband, so that's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. Got to be done, hasn't it, really, you know? And a beautiful fair, some amazing, beautiful people to connect with. Just a reminder that readings with myself are now fully booked, but we have some absolutely gorgeous, amazing people that run the event with me, you know, that make up the energy. And all of the readers are absolutely more than capable of delivering a beautiful message, a beautiful guidance reading. You know, I don't have anybody at my events that I don't trust is good enough to not be there. So anyone you book in with is going to be a win, you know. But pre-booking is always encouraged, it's always recommended, just so that you don't miss out on the day, you know. But free entry event, 11 o'clock until 4:30. Come along, get involved. The last thing I want to say, for those of you that wanted to see me personally and are unable to get a space, I am in Rowan's Closet in Swindon the following Saturday. So if you can't see me at this one and you really want to see me personally, touch base with Kelly at Rowan's Closet in Swindon and she'll be able to get you booked in there for the following Saturday. And then on the Sunday of next week, very excited, we're doing the Heart of the Witch retreat with my girls from Never Cross a Witch Bitch. So that is now fully booked. Thank you to those people that have secured the spaces for that. We've got some exciting stuff going on for October. It's really exciting. So yeah, I'm going to leave it with you. But I hope this week's messages make sense. Keep shining bright, stay fabulous, look after yourselves. Thank you for the ongoing love and support. And come along to this Witches Market. It might be really, really exciting. People are already asking me, is there going to be another one? I'm literally going to just see what happens with this, how well supported it is, and that will decide on its future, or maybe there might be a collaboration or a turn of events. There's a few ideas floating around, so I'm not going to put any pressure on anything or anyone. We're just going to see what happens with this and we'll go from there. So yeah, come along, support it. It's going to be awesome. So have a lush week, what's left of it, and I will catch up with some of you lovelies on Zoom or Facebook or WhatsApp or at the in-person events as and when. Take care. Bye for now.